A nation's hopes can be suspended in the rain and then completely shattered in the fraction of a second it takes a cleat to meet the ball. We expect football's heavyweights to methodically dismantle their opponents over a full 90 minutes. But the 2026 World Cup tore that script apart. The defining upsets of this tournament did not happen because an underdog magically outplayed a giant for an entire match. They happened because of sudden, violent disruptions to the expected order. To understand how the hierarchy of global football collapsed this year, we have to isolate those specific fractions of a second and break down their anatomy. Pure athletic dominance can be neutralized. The ultimate weapon on the pitch is time. Before a single whistle blew, the data and the pundits agreed. The smaller footballing nations were facing guaranteed exits. The traditional European and South American powerhouses were simply too deep and too tactical. This map shows the 16 host cities of the 2026 tournament, spread across thousands of miles. Navigating these distances creates a massive physical deficit for smaller squads, forcing them to gamble everything on a single, unscripted opening. When that single loose ball finally drops, the trap is sprung. A quick counterattack, a desperate sprint, and a sudden strike that leaves 70,000 people in absolute stunned silence. Defeating a giant does not require matching their possession stats or mirroring their passing accuracy. It strictly requires winning the one isolated second that dictates the final score. Fast forward to the 90th minute of a knockout match. Your team is down by a single goal. The math is brutal and undeniable. Time has functionally evaporated. Frustrated fans are already staring at the exits. But a football match is rarely linear. A perfectly executed run creates a 90th minute erase. This chart illustrates how a flat, sluggish 90 minutes of progression is completely overwritten by a massive vertical spike in the final seconds. The physical toll of that sudden spike is incredibly violent. Players sprint blindly toward the corner flag. Entire sections of the stadium transition from absolute despair to hysterical tears in a single breath. Every tactical failure, missed pass, and frustrating foul from the previous hour and a half is instantly deleted from the record by a single touch of the ball. If a late goal manipulates time, the penalty shootout removes it entirely. This is the purest, most concentrated form of psychological pressure in global sports. The variables are stripped down to an agonizing minimum. Millions of watching eyes, one lonely kicker, one focused goalkeeper, and a deafening stadium silence right before the referee raises the whistle. Then comes the strike. In a single millisecond, the ball meets the outstretched glove of the keeper, sealing the fate of an entire nation. The underlying math of this singular moment is painfully binary. If that shot goes wide, the player carries the weight of a national tragedy. If it hits the net, their name is carved into history. There is no clock left to hide behind. The penalty shootout proves that the rawest, most visceral form of football exists solely in the instantaneous clash between a shooter and a keeper. The scoreboard captures the winner of the match, but these high-stakes seconds are also where international superstars are forged. The traditional path to football royalty used to demand years of consistent club performances and slow, methodical climbs up the international ranks. But a 20-year-old stepping up to take a sudden death penalty or slotting a stoppage time equalizer bypasses that entire process. By mastering one high-pressure window, these fearless young players instantly place themselves alongside the veterans of the game. This image shows the physical embodiment of those split-second victories. Every grueling defensive block, every flawless counterattack, and every penalty save is a direct down payment on this exact piece of gold. And with the knockout bracket still narrowing, the tournament's most significant goal or game-saving tackle has likely not even been recorded yet. Think about the sheer weight of a single touch of the ball. Which split-second moment of the tournament gave you goosebumps? Drop your answer down in the comments. And if you want to catch our next deep dive into the tactics of global football, make sure to like and subscribe.